how do you not get along with the guy that was so much a part of your franchise? And I think about the ending of Rock and Roll Part 2. That means the new ownership doesn't really give a shit about what the fans think because of somebody yelling, who sucks, or hey, you suck. And it also means to me that they don't know hockey talent when they see it. They got a bunch of owners over there that are probably not too familiar with the game, but not the way it doesn't work like a business. You have to have guys like Lamoriello that see outside the box. And something tells me a bunch of rich guys that came together to say, we bought a hockey team, isn't a good sign for the Devils. Jake, I know you have some comments on this. I know you have a different spin on it, which I already have a reply. But go ahead.
I mean, here's the thing. It's Lou has done phenomenal. 5 Stanley Cups, 21 playoff appearances, and 28 years that he's been the general manager, president, whatever you want, whatever. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, he's an old man. Mm-hmm. He's losing touch, and
is he losing touch? Do we know that for a fact?
I don't. I mean, I just see some of the things he does, like with this whole entire 3 coaching thing that he did.
That team sucks.
I know.
So he did weird stuff. I think he looked at that lineup, and I'm going to let you finish. I know. That team was terrible, so he tried some alternative stuff that he would not normally have done. That team's terrible. Jack Parise and Kovalchuk is the reason you guys are in the position you are.
Yeah, and we're going to be in this position for probably another 3 years.
Exactly. So why wouldn't you want to get a guy that owns the draft every year and makes a splash just about every single year but this one?
But he hasn't the past few years. They haven't drafted well.
Kerry Schneider, bringing over Schneider and that coup.
Schneider was great, but I'm just talking about young talent. They don't, when was the last big-time prospect that came out of this system? Like they used to be. He's definitely lost touch. He's not the same general manager that he used to be. He's and honestly,
you're not really seeing a lot of big time or potential big time guys coming out of New Jersey. I mean, it seems like they're just kind of piecing together a team with a bunch of guys that are at the tail ends of their career, like a Bryce Salvador.
It's. How I guess the question of that is how responsible is the general manager for the farm?
He's also the team president though. I mean, he had one of the most tight-lipped organizations. This guy did not allow his players to have a Twitter account. Mm-hmm. This guy does not allow, only in the playoffs, their players to have any facial hair. Yeah. You are not allowed to have the number unless you're a superstar, and this is the number that you've had your whole career and you come over. You're not allowed to have a number over the number 40.
I agree with that, by the way, but go ahead.
I mean, it's just such I think he's too old school.
Well, I got to be honest with you. That's probably exactly why Toronto brought him in. That's the culture problem they have, and you haven't had that problem because you've had soldiers in New Jersey.
I mean, this is Toronto we're talking about here. For all we know, they could have just shook a magic 8-ball.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not. Look, even a moron like me could know Lou Lamoriello can't hurt your team. Well, I got to be honest with you. I like that. Those guys are not there to be stars unless, of course, they earn it, which is a rule you just stated. So they shouldn't have a number over 40. They shouldn't. They don't fucking run the franchise. The general managers and the coaches do. And he sends that message from the time these guys get drafted, to the time they go to the minors, to the time they come up to the big club. I absolutely love that. And what it tells me...
I think he's done, and he's
the motherfucking Don! He's the Don of New Jersey! He runs shit! And now you got those jackasses over there that are too uptight to hear, hey, you sucks. Now they're running shit. How smart could that be?
But they have money, so...
Well, and who they brought in, and how's that Lamoriello's fault?
So does Stan Kroenke for the Rams, and he's not putting in much there. So,
but I mean, they brought in Camilleri. I mean, it is a slow build, and I think I think maybe it's going to be another 2 or 3 years of just barely making the playoffs. Last year was probably one of the worst seasons that I've ever seen. Nothing very anticlimactic. Yeah. Very very boring.
Look, from some perspective, I can get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from. Is like let's start it. Let's turn over a fresh page. He's been there 28 years.
That's kind of what
okay.
I'm at. I mean,
okay.
Come on.
But what does that say?
Scotty Bowman in Detroit. Mm-hmm. Scotty Bowman, one of the greatest coaches in NHL history.
Yeah.
Okay. He left Detroit. Why did he leave Detroit? Because his voice was getting old.
Yeah.
And I think Lou's voice was getting old.
That's possible.
Lou is a motherfucker.
But here's the thing. He stepped down as general manager. That was because he couldn't get. He was obviously clashing with those guys. He wouldn't have just up and left in the middle of summer. There is more to this than.
Of course.
Yeah, there's more to this. And what does that say about the ownership? That's what my biggest concern would be. All right, you Devil fans, time to turn the page. Marty's gone. Scotty's gone. Stevens is gone. Everybody's gone. Time to return the page. Let's not get like the Rangers and live in 1995 forever. Let's do something different. From that perspective, I can grasp it. He is 72 years old, but he wasn't getting along with those people. And as we know, he has survived more than one owner.
I don't think he's going to be well received in Toronto.
Well, he might not.
If he wins a cup, all will be forgiven. But I have a feeling you're gonna see him be torn apart
in the media. But how much do you think?
That is the biggest hockey media up there between Montreal and them. The biggest hockey media city. And you're going to see Lou Lamoriello get torn apart.
That's true, but you don't know if he gives a fuck. Right?
No, of course he doesn't give a
He doesn't give a rat's ass. Like you said, he doesn't let these guys. And that's the first thing I do is take away fucking Twitter accounts from who's that Joffrey Lupul douchebag. That's the first thing I do. Hey, I saw your tweet yesterday, Jeff. It's pretty funny. Is it really? Thanks, Lou. Yeah, it's your last one. That's your last tweet. Goodbye. Stop fighting with people over.
You're not going to let him challenge people to 1v1 in Call of Duty?
Call of Duty? Yeah. No, that's it. You can play Call of Duty, but you can't tell anybody your fucking handle.
I mean, it is something that Toronto needs. Is somebody
he
like
might have
Lou.
a chance of winning something if he hops on Call of Duty.
Yeah, and let's also face it, as Pure in Finland puts it, the Devils really lost because of shootouts, which is a fucking circus.
Yeah,
anyway,
of course.
Yeah, let's be realistic.
That's
so
what I'm saying. If they win half their shootouts, they're playoff teams these past 2 years.
What are they going to replace Lou Lamoriello with? They obviously clashed heads. What gives these guys? Lou's a proven winner. They're a proven owner. They proved that they could sign a fucking check, unlike that Islanders owner that just went to jail again, and it actually be money in the bank. That's all they've proved. So who are these people? How could you have a guy like him? So he gives up the general manager position. Why? Because he can't do what the fuck he wanted to do. We all think he's going to retire because he's an old fart. And next thing you know, he takes the hardest job. Yes, that's a good point. He's going to get his ass chewed in Toronto. There's no doubt about it. He's going to be grumpy old Lou. I'm going to park my car in the yard, and I ain't talking to you, Toronto press. Yes, he's going to do that.
Yes. They're like real people up there.
No people up there. I don't talk.
It's like another human being that I'm talking to up there.
I'm talking about Sergey. I didn't even look at him as a hockey player. He was like a real-life human being. He looked very much like the child my wife gave birth to. Had 10 fingers and 10 toes.
That's right.
That's the way. You know what, though?
Like mine.
That's the kind of psychopath you got to be to win at hockey at that level. I forgive him. That's the kind of psycho you got to be.
He is.
And that's the problem in Toronto. They don't have that guy.
I think it's like what you said when they did the three coaches. He was like, it's kind of like Thomas Edison at the end of his life when he was just inventing the most ridiculous things. Machines that you could talk to the dead. And
yeah, he was doing that.
So that's kind of like, I mean, maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he's just having a senile episode.
I'll go to Toronto and win a Stanley Cup.
I want to go to Toronto. They're an up-and-coming team.
Let's not underestimate Brendan Shanahan's. I mean, he's made some very interesting moves over the last year. I don't know that this one won't pay off.
Funny he picked him up after Lou drafted. It was the first person Lou drafted.
I don't think that's a coincidence. I think he knows what kind of guy Lou is, and maybe a disciplined. The first thing I said in my Lou Lamoriello video the other week is your time as a Leaf being an asshole is over. Is over. Act like fucking professionals. Don't challenge people to COD 1v1, douchebag. I don't think Lou would have allowed them to make a federal case over that stupid tweet. What he would have done is he would have called ESPN or Sportsnet or whatever the fuck broadcasted that stupid tweet with Loba and says, "Don't you do that again, and we'll never talk to you again." And it would all been.
We will be off the air, and we will not air any of our games on that network. We will do what Sports Channel did to us, and the second the puck would drop, we will put the little swiggles on the TV.
Yeah. And if I ever see you in North Boston again, I'll cut your throat. Is he from North?
Both of us actually doing too good.
Lou, yeah. Ich bin ein Toronto.
Ask not what you could do for your hockey team, but what you fucked it up.
Well, yeah, you blew that one. But the other thing I want to talk about is I hate Lou, and I don't have to hate him anymore because I secretly loved him. And being a Ranger fan. And my American heart can be proud that an American general manager is managing the Toronto Maple Leafs. I think we can all be pretty proud about that.
About the other guy, though, the one that they got, the sabermetrics guy or whatever.
Which one?
Dubas.
Did I mention that too? I was like, I wonder what that means about Dubas. That might mean did Shanahan don't have a faith in him yet? I mean, he's only 28 years old, and he is assistant general manager. He's the only assistant general manager in history that got pressed for getting picked up. Otherwise, we wouldn't know what the fucking this guy's name is.
Oh, okay.
He was the biggest story last summer. Kyle Dubas. The biggest story. We actually got a bump on hits because of that video. You know? So I really wonder what that means. Because I'm pretty sure Lou's not doing sabermetrics. Just a guess.
No, he's not. He'll get the most out of his players, and you'll find a player come out of nowhere like Clarkson, a few years ago.
Excuse me, I have to address something that happened in the chat. Frank from Staten Island says Tommy equals closet Devils fan. Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! He's not a devil anymore.
I know what to get Tommy for his birthday. Somebody's getting a Marty jersey.
No, I ain't buying. I won't wear. If you send me stuff, there's 2 teams I won't wear. 3. I will not wear a Devils jersey. I will not wear an Islanders jersey, and I will not wear a modern Canucks jersey. Anything of this era, or just the past one anyway, because that era is over anyway. Any of the Sundin twins, I will not wear that jersey. I do own a Bure jersey, number 96. Remember when he became an American citizen?
Oh, yeah.
He changed. I have that jersey. Pretty good, huh?
That's right, and he couldn't play for the Russian national team anymore.
What? Yeah.
Was that him? I know there was a player that couldn't play for the Russian teams anymore.
How dare he call me a Devils fan? Hey, look, I got to do a hockey show about every fucking team, and I think I do a pretty good job, except for the fucking Coyotes, but nobody cares about that anyway. And
we did a whole episode on the Coyotes.
Yeah, did I do a whole episode on the Coyotes?
No,
I
with
did.
the girl.
No, I did it on her. I didn't even do it on the team. Yeah. I don't even like Shane Doan. Because he didn't, and it makes me ill that he got the fucking Mark Messier award the same year that he refused.
I like Mike Smith though. I think it's a shame that he's in the desert.
Yeah, I saw him on a list of hockey douchebags, like people that he was most hated was Mike Smith.
Yeah, I got that. I got that list.
Yeah, I don't know. You got that in the list. Yeah. Anything more we can say about Lou?
Thank you for all you've done.
What a fucking mark. Thank you for all you've done.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, God, that's all. Come on. If you were doing a show when Messier left, you'd probably
get the fuck out. You know what? I want to hear more of this. I want to hear more of this. Go ahead. Talk about Lou. Talk about Lou, please. Go ahead. Talk about him.
I am, but now I can't because you're a douche.
No, talk about him. Tell him how much he means to you.
I mean, you did what you can, and thank you, but good riddance. It's time to get some new blood in there and get us a cup.
Fuck you, Jake Link, you disloyal prick. If your mother ever gets fired, I'll wait in the parking lot and yell at her and make fun of her.
Yeah, that story too. Yeah,
tell that story. Let's give Toronto fans a preview and what they're in for in East Coast way of handling things. Tell the story.
A bunch of people in the front office were fired, and as they were coming down with the little brown box with all their stuff in it, Lou is just sitting in the lobby on a suit, puffing a big cigar, laughing at all of them as they got off the elevator. And this wasn't like 10 years ago. This was like last year.
He didn't care. You people tried to keep me from doing my job. God bless Lou Lamoriello. And all the wonderful
He's gonna
things.
make Toronto even worse.
Where's yeah, Justin, you can call me. I'll fucking add him in the group. Let's see if this guy's a legit. We'll put him on. We got a caller, sort of, and then we'll put him through. Guy's like, "Can you call me?" And I just added him to the list, and it didn't work. Hey, Justin, what's up?
Lunchtime, so you know what that means.
Yeah, whatever. What do you got here? What's in the news anyway?
All right. Well, told you that they're not going to replace Lamoriello. They're not going to replace his president's spot. So, yeah.
Well, Marty says he's not coming anymore.
Yeah. Well, he inked a couple-year deal with over here in St. Louis. So
yeah, so he can hold a lot of babies and take pictures with them over there. I'm sure he's gonna be doing. He's gonna be doing much as Gordie Howe when he started working for the damn Detroit Red Wings.
Yeah, Marty will be playing again. Not in the NHL, but he'll be playing.
Roller Hockey International.
Yeah, ECHL. Roller hockey.
All right, you know what? I think I feel like a pussy if I don't address what just happened, and I'm just gonna address what this happened. Nothing you said happened. Nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing you said happened. That's all. And just to let you know, no one's going to talk about it anymore because we realized the 7 hits you're getting, or the 7 hits we're waiting for a response. So go back to your bought subs because you bought every one of them. We know. We found out about that too. And move on.
Richard Ben,
you are the only reason that anybody even knows you, which is 20 people per video. The only reason is because of Joe Cronin's hard work, Dead on Dave's hard work, and my hard work. That's it.
Almost
Otherwise,
subs.
They're talentless. And we're not saying we're the fucking bomb over here. No one's fucking claiming to be the greatest broadcaster of all time. But
I am.
We can stay on. We can actually make people laugh and entertain.
Getting me a Marconi, bitch.
All right. What else you got on the list?
The Devils also they re-signed 22-year-old Adam Larson to a 6-year deal worth about $4.1 million a year. What do you think about that, Jake?
Adam Larson, he's actually someone who stepped it up toward the end of the season after Pete DeBoer was let go because he wasn't giving him enough ice time and also had him going up and down in between the minors. So I think I like it. I think he could. I think he's going to be
24.3 goals, 21 assists. Not bad.
Not terrible at all.
No, he's he could definitely he's definitely could be a solid blue liner.
Played 64 games, got 34 penalty minutes.
DeBoer didn't like him, I guess, right?
No. DeBoer liked all older players. It was very weird.
Yeah, and they didn't have to go to practice. You know.
Yeah, when he. Yeah, like the
He
team
probably also wasn't very fond of practicing breakaways.
Yeah.
No shootout practice. Yeah.
What else you got, Jeff?
I guess I could get this one out of the way. NHL 16 said they're going to have some new features for controlling a goalie.
Oh, really?
And they used Eddie Lack. They brought him in and he did all the they put all the little ball suit on him and he did all that stuff.
That's cool.
Oh, So we're gonna get to see him just sit on the bench.
Yeah. Well, no.
Hey, Eddie, thanks for coming here at EA Sports. We really appreciate you coming with this working with us with this project. Put your little bally goalie suit on and go sit on the bench.
Yeah, we need to get the most realistic experience of a goalie sitting on the bench. So, yeah.
Do you
scratch your balls?
Miller a call?
Oh my God.
Go ahead, Jeff. I'm sorry.
I was going to say the only reason this is relevant because this gets our one Carolina Hurricanes reference for the season out of the way.
Yeah, we actually tried because Lauren liked them. Yeah, we tried, but there was just nothing going on there.
The one day the kid called up and said, "What do you think about the
that guy
Carolina
too.
Hurricanes?"
I hope they do well. I tend to like the team, the guys.
They're actually kind of like an indirect rival of my team.
Yeah,
they screwed us in the past. So
with that fucking with the Marty freaking out. I remember that. Right? Yeah, I remember that.
They are kind of like a little bit of a rivalry.
That was like Martin Brodeur's George Brett moment.
Yeah,
it really was.
Definitely.
And I don't blame him, Chico. Look up.
Well, he's really pissed.
Yeah, and I don't blame him,
Marty.
God bless Chico Resch.
I love Chico.
I love Chico. He was. I hate to say this.
He looks like a chubby Gomez Adams.
You know what the thing is? He wasn't that good. That was the problem.
But he's also, but as a broadcaster?
No, I thought he was average.
Yeah,
I thought you know what it is. But if I would have never got rid of him. Not a day. Because he's just too likable. And you know what? Maybe you don't have to be that good to have that job.
Tired though. He was doing it too long. He's
by
every once in a while.
I always appreciated his enthusiasm, but he never. I don't think he explained things very well. You know what I mean? And then he's sitting next to the wordsmith, Mr. Education, for most of the time that I listened to him. But it was like one of these.
That's what made him so great. That's what made him a great team.
Yeah.
Was just just him and like this freaking player who's probably taking too many pucks to the head and this guy who's a fucking human thesaurus.
Which is why you keep him. It's not so important that they know all that much. It's not so much that they have the greatest diction. It's entertainment.
When they did Chico Eats, they would just go around to like all the different areas and they just show him just stuffing his fat little chubby, I think he was Mexican face.
Frenchie Ben says they added a Milbury feature in NHL 16 shoe fighting. Hey, by the way, because we're sort of becoming a hockey/video game channel, and we have a Twitch channel now, anything related to hockey video games, and you see it, Jeff, keep it on the list. All right?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We'll talk about anything. I don't care if it's like...
If you like hockey and video games, check out the Facebook page that I'm still an admin of, shockingly.
That's because... hey, you know...
The NHL Gaming and News.
Yeah, they cut the guy, Messenger, right? They got rid of him.
He's still in.
So who called me and said he wasn't a part of it anymore? The guy from Pittsburgh.
Right. No.
He wouldn't badmouth anybody over there either. Didn't I take this call when Jeff was here?
No, I don't think that was. I think that was somebody else. He's back. He was back though. It was the Toronto admin guy, Ryan.
Ryan, what happened to him?
Yeah, no, he like didn't like post anything for like a month, and then like he said, yeah, I had a death in the family, and he didn't tell anyone. But I think it was all resolved, and now he's back.
Oh, well, I talked to Ryan a few times.
That's
the thing that amazes me with all those guys.
That's right. Peer in the chat. He's got the right idea. Get a PS4.
Yeah, I'm really wondering because I found out Street Fighter's only coming out.
You can play, and you can play with yours truly.
Yeah.
Okay, we sold that. So.
Well,
I got Xbox One, folks.
Well, hurry up because my YouTube career is going to be over pretty soon.
After you get exposed.
Be done. I'm getting those messages again. That's the funniest fucking thing ever. I never made a video making fun of somebody with diabetes that's fucking 15.
Oh, jeez.
I never did that. I did curse him off, though. Yeah, anything video game related, we'll take it.
Somebody said GameCube.
GameCube.
Sega
GameCube.
Saturn.
Well, I will say this: if some retro thing comes out, I'm gonna do a Mutant League hockey broadcast Wednesday. How about that?
Yes. Yes, you should.
Call in, talk hockey. Wednesday night. I'll go on at 3 p.m.
I want to see you try and get a win with the Mighty Weenies.
The Mighty Weenies? Be kind of
Yes.
fun. We're going Mutant League hockey. I'll cut a video on it. What do you think of that, bitches?
Because I don't think you ever win with them. I think it's like damn near impossible.
The Mighty Weenies? It's
Yeah,
pretty funny.
they're like deemed like the worst team in the game.
Because they're called Weenie, the Mighty Weenies.
Yes.
That'd
Yeah.
be kind of interesting. See if I could beat it with the Mighty Weenies.
Yeah.
Is there a season in that? I know
There's
it's
a
got the
playoff-
94 engine.
There's a playoff mode. That's a game they should fucking remake and bring back.
Yeah, we can't do stuff like that anymore. They can't even do NHL hits. How are they going to do that? It's fucking
Well,
ridiculous.
there's no. I mean, it's not the NHL. There's no
Maybe.
player like this is. The only player that's probably
No, I'm talking about the political end of it. I really think that's why NHL hits is just too violent. Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto is still out there. I was running around playing it before the show, doing a knockout game with people.
Yeah, Tommy, we can get if you get a PS4, we can get GTA, and unlike Tony, I can rob a bank with you or something.
Yeah.
Because apparently he's the worst robber ever. That's
What
coming
else?
from you.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm getting distracted by messages again, I'll be honest with you.
Wow.
Yeah. That's not going to happen every week. All right. What else you got?
Okay, I guess I could give you another Hurricanes reference.
It's not
because
like
they're-
me to hold stuff in. I just, oh, God. It pisses me off.
Okay, anyway, the Hurricanes version of, I guess it was going to be their version of Danny Heatley, maybe catch lightning in a bottle. Well, the Canadians are going to try to get that same lightning because they signed Alex Semin to a $1.1 million deal.
Cup guarantee.
Yes, I am bringing the cup. Montreal will be going cup crazy.
Alexander
Yes.
Semin, welcome to the program. It's really great that you're going to Montreal. I know it was things didn't work out with you from Carolina, and things didn't work out with you in Washington, and you've never actually lived up to your great talent. So, but it's got to all change this time if you go to Montreal,
They
right?
say, Tommy, you know what they say, third time's a charm. So, yes, I am
I
ready.
will say, in his defense, he has a phenomenal bitch slap.
Yeah, he's a bitch.
Yes.
What a terrible waste of talent.
Definitely.
I think that Alexander Semin is one of the most talented hockey players in the world. And I don't know what it is about him. But I'm guessing it's attitude. Because go look up his YouTube highlights.
Testicular fortitude, maybe?
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, do you have, I posted it in our chat, the Tony Hand story?
No.
What's the Tony Hand story?
Okay. Oh, that he's the Scottish Wayne Gretzky. Guy's put up over 4,000 points. He played in the British League, and he just called it quits after 35 seasons of playing in Europe.
But the thing is, he played in the English League, which is really bizarre because it's not that great a league. From what I understand, that he got cut by the Oilers because he was drafted by the Oilers. But the bizarre thing about that is, like, how come he didn't? I never really understood. Like, all right, he got cut by the Oilers, big deal. He never made a shot at another team when he started stacking.
They said that he got extremely homesick.
I'm sorry, I can only respect that. I just wanted to say, what a bitch, I no. Well, you know what? That's
I
why
mean,
you.
come on,
That's
the
why you're the
career-
greatest player to come from your. It's disgusting to me. It makes me want to throw up.
Why? I mean, it's
Because fucking grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. You have all that gift, all those talents. You could bring hockey to a new part of the world, and you're so selfish because you miss your mommy? Fuck you. What's his name again?
Tony Hand.
Banned. Never talking about him again.
I
Fuck
learned
him.
about him, and I
Like,
watched
I don't
videos.
like that. I left my home, my family. I went to war. I was homesick. It sucked. You can't do it to play hockey? I'm going to play. That's a semi-pro fucking league, man. You could at least went to goddamn Sweden or Finland. What a pussy. I know nobody. It's like it's Frenchie Fence says British Hockey League's a Chinese soccer league. I think I should just leave him offline and have him feed me shit through another chat. You know that?
I don't understand if he was homesick. There's this man who he invented this device called the telephone. His name was Alexander Graham Bell.
Yes.
What does they call it over there? The telly? No, that's what they call TVs.
I don't know. I don't get that. What a fucking hick. Look at these guys in the army. Oh, Miss Alabama. I used to listen to fucking Larry Bird didn't even do that. I won't miss French Lick, Alabama. Fuck off. Jerk.
Damn.
You can always go home.
I didn't realize how much that tone. I thought it was like, oh man, look, this guy is just.
I did. I just felt it when you said it. I felt that way. I did. When you sent me the article, I was like, oh wow, what a gifted talent. And then I'm just like, you didn't try to go back. I mean, you got cut by the Oilers in the '80s. All right, that's completely fucking understandable. You know, the Calgary Flames let Brett Hull go too. And you stayed in the semi-pro league. Why did you go to Sweden? It's not that far. Fucking, you could fly home to Stonehenge or wherever the fuck you're from on the weekends. I don't know.
I missed looking at Big Ben.
Fucking jerk off. I'm sorry. I
missed. Yes, I missed the Queen very much.
See, I'm tied between you're a jerk off and you have a lot of talent to. Look, you have every right. I don't. You know what it is? I shouldn't even say that to Becca. He didn't ask for this attention. Hockey News gave it to him. But yeah. If you were my son, I'd be ashamed of you. No, Daddy, I want to stay here with you. It's like that fucking scene. It's like that fucking great scene in Good Will Hunting when Matt Damon says, "Oh, I'm going to stay here in Southie with you guys," and fucking Ben Affleck says to him, "What are you going to? You're going to stay here and you're going to insult?" It's like spitting in our face. You got all these gifts, and you're going to be the tough guy with your street cred in Southie. The smartest guy in Southie.
Smartest guy in Southie.
It makes me mad.
I want a guy like Will Hunting running my hockey team.
It makes me upset. I'm sorry. I mean, look, at the same time, look, do what you got to do. If you're not comfortable, if you're not going to be happy, but the odds are you're a pussy. Ugh.
Okay. Wow.
I'm sorry. Like, why wouldn't you try again? It's
one
thing if he went back and it didn't work out. It's like, look, I'm not ready for the NHL level. Like, so, I'm not ready for the NHL level like so many others.
You would think in the one season in the 54 games where he scored 102 goals, you'd think he would have said, maybe I should try the NHL.
What else you got? Piss me off.
All right, this is being requested in the chat a little bit.
What?
Expansion teams. Okay. Anyway, the league announced Tuesday it received applications from prospective ownership groups in both markets, that being Quebec and Las Vegas. Oh my God.
Quebec and Las Vegas.
Yeah, the league's saying they don't anticipate adding teams before the 2017-2018 season, and the expansion fee is expected to cost at least $500 million.
We can swing that. I think we should put another bid in, get a team in Jersey.
Yeah, 2 teams in New Jersey.
Yeah, 2.
Hey, it's the equivalent of doing what they're doing in Las Vegas.
In Florida.
I don't know. Obviously, I'd rather a team be in Quebec.
Jacksonville needs a team.
Because I grew up with the Nordiques, even though they sucked. Until they fucking left with Peter Forsberg. Then he signed Patrick Waugh. Would Patrick Waugh ever have signed with the Quebec Nordiques with that deal one there?
Oh, that would be
They were 2 years away. The Quebec Nordiques were 2 years away from winning the Stanley Cup. You have Joe Sakic and Peter Forsberg. They had a lot of good guys in that team. Adam Foote. Ended up getting Claude Lemieux. You were 2 years away.
Ray Bork? You would have had Ray Bork.
Yeah, well, for a season.
Yeah.
Passing the Stanley Cup in Quebec.
You know what? They should have just did a parade there just to upset everybody.
Yeah. Super. What else you got, Jeff?
Capitals inked Braden Holtby to a 5-year deal. That's a very nice move for them, a move they had to make.
Mm-hmm. Say it again, because I'm getting pissed off again, because this shit's going on.
Capitals inked Braden Holtby to a 5-year deal.
Super. Like they had a choice. They're going to win an arbitration or anything.
Well, they did draft a goalie in their first round.
And just in case. I don't know, is he that good? No, they had to take Holtby. And there's not a lot of fucking goalies in the market. You know?
Yeah, there's it seems like it goes up and down with the goaltending market. Like 2 years ago it was big. This year it's thin. So it just goes to show with like there was only one big time goaltending prospect, and that was available, and that was what I mean. It was a trade, but that was Talbot.
Yeah.
We didn't even know what he could do.
Well, he went quick.
Yeah.
I don't know. Talbot could be. Really, it is going to be interesting to see what old Talbot's going to do over there in Edmonton.
Oh, here we go. Even though Sergei Savard admitted to trade talks with the Nordiques, versus Visay and Nolan. Wow.
What happened?
No, he was talking about all the players that would have been in Nordique.
It's ridiculous. Oh, let me see. You put that in the chat? Serge Savard. Nolan. Owen Nolan? He wasn't that good.
He was alright.
He wasn't that good. He was supposed to be a star. He never was. Only player from Ireland ever. You know that? But I think he was like half Asian. Half Irish or something like that. Was that it? Am I right about that? Owen Nolan? Half Asian? I was thinking the same guy?
Nah.
I know he's from Belfast.
Wait, Owen Nolan is he's like Native American or something.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
But he was born in Belfast. I don't know how he managed that. Lucky guy. He's really of Irish descent. No, so his parents were immigrants. Well, one of them was.
You sound out of it today.
I'm pissed.
Yeah, come on, dude. Knock it off.
I don't like being restrained.
Don't be restrained.
Maybe I should just do it. I should
just
go
fucking
on.
do it. Stop being a bitch.
Yeah, I should stop being a bitch.
I don't care. No, dude.
No, I don't want to. Like, here's the thing. Like, I don't look. You know as well as I do that I don't give a shit about fucking these little wars and shit. I know, but and I just here's the thing. I don't want to give. You're right, and this is stupid. The band isn't working. I thought it might not. Now, it's just like, it's Dave Rose and his little fucking cronies. If he has one, it's probably him. Go look at his videos. Go look at Graham's videos. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to attack me. They don't have anything on me. This is the second week in a row they said something. There's nothing. Look, if something could take me off of YouTube or finish me on YouTube, it probably would fucking put me in jail. Or at least not be able to give me a job or anything like that. So there's nothing there.
Or you could do what Hulk Hogan did.
Yes, that's what they got me doing. Now, I mean, I told my fucking pregnant wife, was like, by the way, Dave Rose got naked pictures of you. She just said, how old was I?
Yeah, I have baby pictures of Tommy's wife.
Yeah,
what
are they gonna do?
Bathtub.
Yeah.
Look at this.
And I'm a little pissed off they pick on my fucking wife rather than me. Because they got nothing. I mean, I own Dave's face.
It's just because they know they know if they pick on you, they're not going to get.
No, they can't, because I embarrassed Dave Rose every time we went up together. Yeah, I was nothing but a fucking friend to him. I put him on, even when I thought that he wasn't really contributing in a way that I thought would be the most effective. I gave him a spot. He didn't appreciate it. He fucking left our show and told us that he didn't have time because he was going to fucking abuse children over in fucking in the woods over in Toronto. Or whatever the fuck he was going to do. And then he does everybody else's fucking show afterwards. I didn't say anything about that. And then I find out...
We're going to play a game today called, all right, tell anyone you're fucking dead.
And, yeah. And then I find out that he's fucking in this... I mean, no offense to Marky, because it's getting better. He's in this horrible fucking gimmick, which he needs a video game to do it, where he calls... Where I supported it initially. It's not like I took the videos down or anything. And it was awful. And it's and Marky will tell you better. It's better now that he's gone.
Michael Lawson, we don't want you to kill Dave.
I'll kill Dave for you. Well, if he can get away with it.
But don't.
Just kidding.
Don't say that. No, don't do it.
Don't say that.
We just need to go on the record that we said do not do it.
And I find out he's picking on a fucking autistic kid. And he was like, you never see that weird guy that has no friends except the one that he abuses. Shut up, I'm talking, you know? And everybody's like, God, what a bunch of losers. That's what Dave Rose is.
Yeah,
and he was fucking
friend.
taking advantage of the fact that they were, Marky and all them are young and Isaac's young. And fucking Tommy's autistic. I'm running a tight ship here. You imagine the way he treats those children in Toronto? I mean, can you fucking imagine that?
Okay, today we're going to sleep out in the woods with no tent. All right, I got to go home. I got to go write mean things about Tommy's wife. You kids be okay. I'll come back in the morning with some beef jerky.
I'm all about toughening people up. And I do think but what he's doing is sick. And I know a little bit more about leadership than he does. I know he was in the cadets, Canadian military. Impressive.
The Canadian military sounds like a joke.
He's the fucking Boy Scouts, motherfucker. I was in the Army.
Sounds like.
Yeah.
I got my merit badges.
I got my marriage badge. You can tie a knot. And we wouldn't even treat like fucking troops the way he treated Tommy. Well, Tommy wouldn't be allowed in the military, come to think of it, but we wouldn't know. There's a whole different league. It's not about you in your power. It's about trying to help people. And in this case, it would have been how to try to help the project. But no, you made the project about you, and you made a scene with Tommy, and I objected to it. That's it. So he calls me on my fucking bachelor party. I said, that's ridiculous. I didn't want to hear him. I blew him up. I've blown up Jeff. I've hung up on Jake. The only guy I haven't hung up on him is Jeff.
Yeah.
And then...
Oh, yeah, he's hung up on
he doubles and triples down. He doubles and triples down. He's a fucking weirdo. A fucking weirdo.
Dave needs a girlfriend.
He probably... who's banging him? Look at him.
No, I'm just saying he needs one.
Yeah,
I'm not
God.
saying...
And, and he also had a weird obsession with Jeff.
Ooh.
That he would talk to me about privately. He had a bizarre obsession with Jeff.
Those abs?
No, I mean, I get, Jeff has really got to fucking bring up his game. And Jeff's like, I was like, come on, man, it's just a fucking... We're all friends here. It's just it's not that serious.
Jeff, did he ever...
Well, he's chewing gum. I mean, we joked about it on the air, but off the air, it was a serious conversation. I served in Germany. Pure. And I did about 8 months in Iraq. And so did Dave. I don't know if you ever watched
Canadian cadets equals Disney's on Ice.
That's terrible. I wouldn't say that. Oh, Canadian cadet.
Frenchie,
What is Canadian? That's not even the Canadian Army, because I worked with some Canadian Army guys in Rammstein. You know?
I just picture the Canadian Army, just a bunch of guys with riding big giant mooses with beavers and...
That would be cool. Can't
We're
fucking...
the Canadian Army.
You can't. I mean, Dave proved once and all for he can't lead, because every project he ever did fell apart. I know how to lead.
That's right.
I also know how to take responsibility when I
4
fuck
years
up.
strong, baby.
Yeah.
4 seasons of this.
It was like a weird fetish, Frenchie Ben. It was like a weird present. I said to him, he's fucking 20 years old. Who cares? He's got to what is this? Fucking 1955? He's chewing gum? He's playing video games? He's 20 years old. He was born in 1994. When's your birthday,
Jeff,
by the way? It's coming.
I want to come to your house and give you a stern talking to.
In the army, look, when guys fucked up when they were privates in the army, really fucked up, they usually got they got punished. They had to lose rank. They had to, but it wasn't like you're finished, you're done, you're no good, you're gone. You build them up. Jeff's made mistakes. I probably made more than Jeff this year.
I never made a mistake.
The Canadian cadet. What is the Canadian cadet? Frenchie Ben, call in. And anybody else, 718-395-7660. Get me off of fucking this jerk off.
It's a lesser than the Army
Okay,
Reserve.
well, all right.
Yeah, get me off of this jerk off. Go ahead.
All right. Well, you were talking about leadership.
Yeah.
And Peter DeBoer, your new coach of the San Jose Sharks, says that they will have a captain next year.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Yeah.
Good.
How much you want to bet it ain't going to be
bold
Happy
statement.
Louie? It's gonna be fucking. It won't be him.
Is it gonna be Jumbo Joe?
No, it won't. Joe ought to leave. That's just, go back to Boston.
We've been saying that for almost a year now.
You know what it is? He's. Oh, I understand where he's coming from because he's only a little younger than me, and he's just like, I don't want to move again. My kid's in this school. Whatever.
Tommy
Or quit.
Wingles.
Quit. You know what he should do? His kids are probably close to teenagers right now. Go to Boston for 2 years, then come back when they graduate, and quit. Fucking, why do you want to play for a guy that hates your guts and used you as an example? Doesn't know anything about well, I wouldn't say that. He did fucking win Norris Trophy, but you should just go. Go home. It's okay. What else you got, Joe?
Okay, so a lot of the big free agents have been signed. I mean, there's still a couple names left on here. Just, I'm going to rattle off some names. Let me know what you think of them and where you could possibly see them going. You got Brad Boys on here. You got Curtis Glencross, who I'm actually surprised Glencross hasn't been signed yet.
Yeah, it is a little bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, his cap charge last year was 2.55.
Mm-hmm. 2.55.
He had 18 in 8 games. He had 1 goal in the 10 Stanley. Wait, yeah, he had 4 goals in 18 games with the Capitals.
It's not horrible if he's not like a
No.
At the Dave Rose team, we think Tommy NC220 is the same like all of us. We don't treat him different. You're wrong. He's not the same. He's autistic, you fuckhead. You don't even know what you're talking about. Call in, I'll tear you apart. You know what? Call in, bitch.
Guys, I have a confession. I'm
What?
autistic. I'm autistic.
Are you really?
Yeah. Severely. Asperger's and shit. No, I'm not. I do have a learning disability, if that helps your argument.
So do I.
Yeah.
Big deal.
ADD, motherfucker. Yeah.
So
should
do
be
I.
on
Big deal.
Pills and shit.
Yeah. Sit up, motherfucker.
Yeah. See, I don't listen.
Yeah. You're really over the place like me.
Yeah.
Call in, you pussy. Call in. Let's have it out.
Yeah.
Fucking have it out.
do this.
Because I'll just take care of you like I take care of Dave Rose. I will
know
make
they
this a
actually
one-sided
have.
contest, believe me. Please tell me why Tommy NC doesn't need a break. Please explain that to me. You're not doing him any favors by fucking, you're off the show. You don't have a show. You have each other.
Let's get Tommy NC on this show.
Well, he's called me a few times. Oh, Tommy's he's still being.
Let's get him to talk about hockey with us.
Call it. I bet you won't. Dave Rose fucking talked that he was going to fucking own my face 50 times. He calls in to monetize this. Me and Dave tore him in half. And he was like, hey, no problem, guys. And the only reason he called in is because he shot his mouth off so much. Call it.
Well, while they're craving for
Go ahead.
attention, these other free agents would also like some attention because I assume they like to get paid and maybe pay for food and maybe live a little bit. Other names, you got Mike Santorelli, Lee Stepniak, Yuri Talusti. You got
He's
Christian
good.
Ehrhoff, Cody Franzen, who I believe I heard was talking to Boston, by the way. And you also got Tim Gleason, and that's pretty much it. Not much there. Merrick Zidlicki, so.
It's Dave Rose. It's Dave Rose writing this, not fucking anybody else. I just figured it out. Here's why. The last thing this guy wrote me, I don't need to play your games. In your world, you're always right. Nobody would have said that but Dave Rose himself. Nobody would have said that but Dave Rose. So it's Dave Rose. I'm getting trolled by a guy saying he's a troll of Dave Rose. Dave Rose, this is pathetic. Dave's listening right now. Dave, you're a fucking joke.
Welcome to the show, Dave.
I like how
Dave, do you want to call in and give us a rating?
Yeah, call in, you pussy.
We want to know on a scale
Well,
of 1 to
call
10
in,
how we
Dave.
say.
You fucking vagina. Fuck it, everybody thinks you're a creep. Everybody thinks you're a jerk.
Okay, so
What else you
Pierre
got?
said he thinks Zidlicki's Zidlicki, right? You said he thinks he's retiring.
Yeah.
No, I trust Pierre.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have him do a final report. All right. What else? Getting
Okay,
angry.
well,
Getting fucking angry.
while we potentially wait for a show rating, Puck Daddy came out with a rating system, or the top 10 most loathsome players in the NHL.
Who they have?
So I'll just rattle through the names here.
Sure.
You got number 10. You got Tyler Bozak.
Tyler Bozak.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is he a douche? I don't think he's a douche. I don't know enough about him. Okay. Who else?
I mean, I haven't watched enough Toronto games to know that.
I did, but I never found him to be a douche. I don't know.
You can go. Somebody can call in or talk in the chat. You know what Bozak is. If Bozak has offended you in any way,
No.
leave that in the chat or call in.
Yeah, tell me what you think. If any, first of all, I don't even know if he belongs on that list. What else? Who else is on this list?
Number 9, you got Mike Smith.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, well, he had in 2011, 2012. I mean, Coyotes. Well, the 2 Coyotes fans that show up to the games are probably upset after losing 42 games. But apparently, according to Puck Daddy, he's also the most unrepentant diver in the NHL.
Really?
And perhaps the greatest argument for making goalies fair game.
Really? He has dived before, but
Yeah,
am I getting the feeling that they're taking one incident and then just blowing it up like Puck Daddy tends to do?
Well, I mean, as you go down the list, you can kind of maybe understand it. Number 8 is John Scott.
Yeah.
Number 7, you're gonna like this one, Mike Ribeiro.
Yeah. Mike Ribeiro.
I mean, understandably.
Oh, yeah. He's scumbag and probably
since
fucking
he
molested his fucking...
since he molests teenagers.
Yeah. I would never have paid for that. But go ahead. But he didn't have to molest a teenager to be fucking hated by people in the NHL. He had plenty on his own for, but
He already looks like
I'm sorry. I did something wrong.
I was gonna say Ribeiro looks like a zombie anyway, so people kind of want to go unleash their inner Walking Dead on them, just kind of see what.
Yeah, I know. I think it's like, yeah, who could? I'd be pissed off if he was touching my kid too. He's such a creep. All right, Ribeiro. Who else?
I mean, wouldn't you be pissed off if anybody was touching your kid?
Well, she's old enough now. I'm trying to fucking prepare myself for that, Jeff.
Well, your daughter. People are gonna be. I feel bad for what you've told me and about her. If anyone ever got their hands on your daughter, because they'll be in for.
Well, I'm trying to be like realistic about it.
Yeah.
Because
still a little kid.
Because human beings like sex. So if she's like old enough, like around my age, and has a steady boyfriend, and yeah, then I'm just gonna suck it up, you know. But then I'm also gonna act. She's not gonna know that. I'm just gonna act real crazy and say I'm gonna kill her and her family friend's dog, her boyfriend's dog, if I ever find out anything. And that's the way my family does things. But if it actually happens, I probably won't do anything. You know what I mean?
That's all right, moving down the list here. Number 6, you got Andre Pavlik. Number 5, you have Rafi Torres.
Fucking yeah. Is this fucking Greg Wyshynski's like top 10?
I believe so.
There's a name that I'm waiting to hear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What else?
Okay, number 4 is Patrick Coletta.
Yeah, I could see that. But that's another guy that the media fucking
Well, you'll completely understand these 3.
What?
Number 3, a person that we all, genuinely hate. Matt Cook.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
surprised
disgusting.
He's not number 1.
I'm surprised he's not number 1. That's bizarre. But go ahead.
Number 2, a guy I really like, just simply from the fact that he plays on the Blues. Steve Ott.
I like Steve Ott.
I like Steve
I
Ott,
love
too.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Steve Ott. Yeah,
And
this is Greg's list. This is obviously
Yeah.
Greg's list. This is
Yeah,
because PK
number-
Subban would be right at the fucking top if it was a fans list.
And number 1, the newest Boston Bruin, Zach Ronaldo.
Then it's definitely him because nobody hated Ronaldo until the one Letang incident. Nobody fucking hated Zach Ronaldo. Except the Letang incident.
Is this a players poll or was this just Greg Wyshynski going?
It's Greg
looking
Wyshynski
for a
asking his
story?
girlfriend if it looks good. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Patrick Coletta. Who the fuck even knows who he is?
He's not really even breaking any lists.
Every one of these players have been recently. I'm surprised John Scott wasn't on a fucking list because then it would have been too fucking obvious.
No, he was.
Was.
He was?
He was-
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Greg's list. These are
It's just
players.
it's
Every one of
just
these players
a
have been
shitty list.
involved, with the exception of Ribeiro, who everybody fucking universally hates, fans, players, coaches alike. Has been involved in a recent incident in the last 3 to 5 years. It's Greg's list. Most people can't stand PK. Now, I love PK because most people can't stand him. Ronaldo was put on that list because Ronaldo embarrassed him. He lied about Ronaldo making a joke about hurting Chris Letang, so he threw him on the list. Ronaldo is was beloved in Philadelphia. He couldn't hurt your fucking team, and he's one of the premier fighters. He reminds me of Ty Domi. And Ty Domi was loved in New York and Toronto. So that's bullshit. All right, he fucked up, and he got suspended for hitting Letang from behind. And he acted like a sociopath.
Yeah, it's.
You know?
I don't know. Yeah, Puck Daddy equals no credibility. Friendship ends.
Screw
Yeah.
Matt Cook. Screw Matt Cook.
Yeah, fuck. I mean, like, some of those guys are pretty loathsome. But everyone involved in, like, a media incident, and if I had to guess, it's everyone that Wyshynski covered in the last 3 to 5 years.
How come Todd Bertuzzi's not on that list?
Yeah, well, he's not in the NHL anymore.
Well, no.
Yeah, how come fucking Danny Heatley's not on that list?
Yeah.
Because it's Greg, because he did nothing to them.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised Bobby Orr isn't on that fucking list.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Least approachable NHL players of all time.
Yeah, Bobby Orr. He knows. You know what it is. He knew who Greg was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. It's Greg's personal list. That's all it is.
If one of us got a job writing for Puck Daddy, would we still be allowed on the show?
No, you got to be in order to work for them, they got to check if you're fucking on the same page with them on
I could fake it.
issues relating to fucking their agenda. It's top down with Yahoo. It's not even just Puck Daddy.
Hey, speaking of, has Ryan fucking Lampert said anything lately or?
No, he
anything?
hasn't.
Huh? It's weird.
Sources tell me as of 6 months ago, he never even called Harrison back.
Wow.
Scumbag, right?
Yeah. Did you dirty?
Yep. It's Harrison Mooney. Big shout out to Harrison Mooney. Just turned 30 years old last 5 days. Happy birthday, Harrison Mooney.
That's right.
Like
He's
Harrison.
one of our first big interview we had. On
Yeah. Our only interview. Only interview. The second biggest interview we had was the interview we almost had with what's her name?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to put her name. She doesn't want to talk to her. I'm not going to even put her name out there.
She's a good person.
She doesn't want us talking about her dad.
No, we can talk about her. Oh, we'll say who it is. We just won't. It was Gump Worsley's daughter. We were trying to.
Gump Worsley.
I'm Facebook friends with her, and I was trying to get her on the show, but she pretty much just said she's too shy to
Yeah, that might be it. I'm sure that's it.
Yeah.
She's like a lawyer or something too. But I mean, that's the thing. She's on a. I looked her up. She's a lawyer. And I don't know. Whatever. The thing I really wanted to talk about is Gump Worsley's contribution to the NHLPA, which he suffered because the owners actually struck back at him. Gump Worsley won cups in Montreal. He was a great. A lot of Ranger fans don't know that he was a Ranger goalie and an effective Ranger goalie.
Yeah.
And he finished up his career in Minnesota with the North Stars, which were like an expansion team at the time. Not exactly expansion team, but he finished up in Minnesota. He was a fantastic goalie, and as Don Cherry said, he was one of Don Cherry's the strangest looking man he ever saw in his life. Yeah. Gump was amazing. Gump looked like he was 50 when he was about 32.
Yeah.
I read his book when I was a kid. It was great.
I watched some of his stuff on.
He's a fantastic goalie. Hall of Fame?
Michael Lawson said we should talk to Quick.
Jonathan Quick. I think that would be short. Yeah.
So try and get Wayne Gretzky on here.
We'd have to act like human.
Who else?
We'd have to act like human beings if fucking Gretzky came on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know who was I trying to get? The guy who does the other podcast, that Kostalopoulos, who played for the Rangers back in the 80s.
Yeah, the guy who ripped me off. Hardcore Hockey Radio.
Yep.
Yeah, we sent him a thing. He doesn't fucking.
So we're trying to get you guys top quality. They just look at us, and I was gonna get Grant Marshall, and then he said, "Yeah, you're gonna have to talk to the Devils before then." I'm like,
Oh yeah, because of fucking lip. Fucking lip.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Not everybody I want to interview. I have no interest in interviewing. I know this sounds fucking crazy because we're so small, but I know it would help. I have no interest in interviewing Sid. None. Zero zip. Because I know what he's gonna say, and that's fine. He's still playing. He's the guy. I want to interview Brett Hull.
"Oh, that would be great."
Yeah, exactly. I want to interview Matthew Barnaby.
Matthew Barnaby, he does radio. He does the NHL Network on XM.
I'd love to have Matthew Barnaby. Who else?
If you can't get Wayne Gretzky, I mean, you could get the Scottish Gretzky.
That's how big pussy he is, right?
Frenchy Ben posted that.
Why didn't you want to go in the NHL? Let me tell you something.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that to his face. I'd be a big fucking phony and keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. So, how come you don't want to go in the NHL?
Yeah.
Because
I'm a big pussy.
Yeah. You're a big British.
I would miss my tea time. Get the fuck out of here, man. I wouldn't call that guy a pussy to his face because he just retired. He probably gets kissed my ass.
Yeah. We're in Germany. Oh, you're in Europe? Okay.
Yeah. I don't like it.
Wiesbaden's only a 20 minutes.
It just bothered. Look, you got to do what you look. If that's what he wanted to do with his leg, great. I respect that. That's fine. It makes me nuts because I'm jealous. That's really what it comes down to. I'm jealous. I'm sorry. I wish I could play in the NHL. I wish I could have shot. I wish I could have played in the AHL. I wish I could play in the ECHL. I wish I could play in the DEL or the SHL or the fucking whatever Finland says.
I wish I could have played third line in high school.
Yeah. No, I don't want to do that. You have the talent. I'm gonna miss Mom. It just makes me mad. What do you think,
No,
Frenchie
he's not
Ben?
gonna miss Mom. He's gonna miss Mom.
Mom. What do you think, Frenchie Ben? Frenchie Ben?
I don't. Hey,
You
guys.
okay? Hey, what's happening?
Hello.
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm calling you from Skype just to try today.
Yeah, sounds pretty good. Pretty good. Sounds like you're in a big dancing hall with nobody in it.
Yeah.
Do you have a...
Yeah, since I've moved, I haven't installed myself completely.
Oh, well, you get there. What's on your mind?
I was laughing at Lauren Darkin with Semin in Carolina last year. But
Yeah.
who's laughing now?
Yeah.
I'm so sad since Friday, Tommy. It's incredible. I'm eating a glass of dirt every 2 hours. I can't believe that move.
It's a strange move. The
Right,
thing
but
is, it's one of those things. It's like bringing Scott Gomez back, although Gomez is a good guy. I catch lightning in a bottle with this guy. He's really talented.
Yes.
He's Kovalov was a little, although I don't think
around.
Kovalov was a dick. Kovalov's reminds me of Semin a little bit, but I think Semin's just like a bitch, you know?
Yeah, but Jake, do we have the good people to put around him? I don't think so.
No. Who's going to get him the puck? Well,
Right now, I think
who's your
he's
first
gonna
line
play-
center? Tell me, refresh my memory. Who's your first line center?
We don't have one since '96.
Yeah. No captain, and everybody's on the second line.
Brian Gianta.
Trying Giant.
Yeah, at least for now, we have a good goalie and a great defense.
I got to be honest with like who do they send over there? Did they just pick him up as free agent, or who they send over there?
Free agent.
Yes, you know what? You have nothing to lose. If
Everybody talks about his
except one-
salary.
Except $1.1 million.
that's nothing.
Yeah, it's a
that's
drop
what-
in the bucket.
It's nothing. That's nothing. It doesn't even hurt you cap wise. So if he actually starts to play, otherwise, you just fucking bench him and forget about it. Semin is lazy. That's what.
Okay, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Semin is lazy, but I don't think I think him playing in Carolina with nobody looking at him, and now he's going to go play in Montreal, and that's going to be a whole.
I was looking at him against fucking with these Ovechkin. It wasn't impressive. It was everything is like why aren't we getting production for Alexander Semin when we need it in the 2012 playoffs? That's all I heard about him, and that's what's gonna happen in Montreal.
In the playoffs, he vanishes.
Yeah, because he sucks. He's a big pussy.
Yeah.
Should go play in fucking Scotland.
But everybody talks about his salary. Okay, it's he's not expensive at 1.1.
Yeah.
But would you pay $1 million for shit?
It's throwaway money. You know what I mean?
That's all it is.
It's throwaway
you need
money.
Somebody, you need
you know.
somebody.
I wouldn't pay $1 million for shit.
No. But it's like Tommy said, it's throwaway money. Maybe this guy who has this talent could be something. Maybe there's something left.
Yeah.
Hell, you guys went off and got Scott Gomez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for McDonough.
Right,
thanks for McDonough, by the way. I love him. He's a great captain.
I hate you.
And I hate Dave Rose, so we're all even.
But the Dave Rose thing, it's not good.
No, it's not. It's just now I feel better about it when I realized it was him, not one of his goofball friends, because it was so Dave Rose like not to call me after running his mouth.
But this week I listened to his diabetic video. It's awful.
I mean,
It's
here's the thing
worst.
about that. I got crossed about that. Jaron likes to fucking open his trap, But it's just
But
like
he's
Dave's got a
16.
history of this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Jaron's the same kid that was starting all that trouble with Joe because he was taking.
Yeah,
care of
but
his
he's
family,
like
right?
fucking radio gold now. How have his calls been, Jeff, to the Cronin show?
It's hysterical.
He is a real future talent. And he's actually in 3 months he's done more for the Cronin show and the whole team and the whole year than fucking Dave Rose did an entire year with us. How's that grab you? Since I know you're listening. He's been hysterical. He's kind of owned the fact that he didn't go to WrestleMania, although he keeps it kind of like he pretends that people still believe him. He comes up with really, really funny stuff. He's obnoxious. He's in your face. He's hysterical. But I think it's like I wouldn't have done that. I mean, like I cursed Jaron off once because he told me to suck his dick. But I didn't make a fucking video. And I did make a video about Jaron fucking trying to jump in to Dave's grave. I hate to see you like this, buddy. But I mean,
We kind of feel it when it's
diabetic,
done
really?
out of meanness.
Yeah, it's because that's what he does. Like, because he's got to attack my pregnant wife. You know what I mean? He can't take me. He's got to take my wife. And if you're gonna say somebody's fat, say it to Jake.
Yeah, me or Dave.
Humor when it's done out of hate. It's not good.
It's never funny.
No.
It's never
All my
funny. That's why I've been ruining 3 of my fucking shows over this guy because I hate him. That's the truth.
All of my humor is done out of hate.
But can I say something about
Sure,
the
sure,
double standard?
Sure.
The thing is with I listened to Tommy and C's video about it.
Yeah, I saw
And
it too.
of course, he's gonna say that you don't apply a double standard to him. But I'm gonna take an example with Graham.
Yeah.
Graham told he funnily shamed Tommy and C by calling him back 30 times in a day, like he does.
I think
to
Tommy
show
asked
him,
for that,
come
to be
on,
honest.
it's
But
annoying.
I think, yeah, exactly.
But
Graham knew how to deal with
If
it.
you do that to me 5 times, I'm gonna tell you, fuck you.
But you got to understand something. There's some backstory to that. I can't blame Graham for that because Tommy's doing that to us. Calling us. He still calls me at 3 and 4 in the morning over here.
No, but the way he responded, it's not by saying fuck you, Tommy and C.
Yeah, exactly.
He applied a double standard.
Yeah, he did. I see what you mean. Yeah. And Tommy doesn't want a fucking double standard against him. I get that. And I talked to Tommy. He called me. He's like, I really wish you'd stop doing this and talking about this. I'm talking to him and what have you. And I don't think anybody should have a double standard against me. This is a conversation me and Tommy said. And I said, Tommy, you just got your password stolen again for like the 3rd time. Somebody's opening up and uploading. I was like, can we just say maybe? I was like, that you're trusting is maybe a part of the problem here. And he's like, yeah, well, I was like, look, and maybe that has something to do with your disability. He says, that's possible. I've been told that before. And I said, look, this is why I don't, this is why I think you need a break. This is why I need you to think a break. It's not your fucking fault. Do you know how many fucking people, we've had 2 different people break into Tommy's channel and upload unflattering videos of a 24-year-old autistic man. What happens is people attach themselves, and Dave Rose is one of these people. People attach themselves to Tommy. Right, because they see 4,000 subs, they see MTV, they see Tosh.0. And they're like, well, I'm such a fucking genius, because Jay Rose thinks he's a fucking genius, that once I get this exposure, I'll just move up. And what happens is, nothing happens.
Yep.
Nothing happens. And then Dave Rose is forced to deal with the fact that he's not funny, not talented, not good looking, not anything. The only thing he was to us was our friend. And we gave him a double standard. We looked at him because he sucked. And I thought it would be lousy to get rid of him after we brought him on. He sucked, and we kept him anyway. Because we thought he did other things. And all I'm saying is Tommy fucking deserves a fucking break. That's all I'm saying by a double standard. Double standard is the worst choice of words ever. Yeah, he needs a fucking break. In
your case, Tommy, do you treat women the same as you do as men?
No.
Why?
I treat them. Like it depends on the situation. Like in a business situation, yeah. But I don't open the fucking door for Jake. I open the door for women.
Well,
I still walk women across the street. I still hold women's hands and walk them across the street if they're elderly. And I do it for a man too.
Because you do that, it doesn't mean that you don't treat them as humans.
Yeah.
So
yeah, what am I going to do? Like, you really should start walking harder, old man. I am that guy. I'm the guy that lifts the things so the wheelchair person can get on the bus.
Yeah.
What? Did you fucking try? What am I going to do? Say try harder? The principle's the same. It's a mental disorder. It's a mental disorder. So you give the break. Like, if your legs don't work, you give the guy a break on running. If you have a mental disorder, you give him a break in his fucking brain. You sick fuck. And you're too much of a coward to call me. You're a pussy. And if I know you were like giving, I know you were giving out like volunteers to go up to Toronto. Dave, I would tear your ass in half.
But if he calls, let him.
He won't call. He's a pussy. He's a terrible, terrible fucking human being. Horrible human being. And all he had to do, I mean, fucking, if he wants to believe that, he's entitled to believe that. But you know what? I don't know if I want to deal with that. And there were problems prior to this. There were problems.
Worse than Hulk Hogan, brother?
Yeah. God, I would rather be getting caught with what Hulk Hogan said than fucking treat somebody. Because at least you could pass that off as just like being heat of the moment because somebody's banging your daughter.
Caught. I said it on one of our on Dave's show.
No, it's not the word; it's the way you used it.
Yeah.
That's I'd never say that. God, but I'd almost rather get caught saying something like that than not give somebody a not give somebody a break. You know?
I just love how
we treat him the same over there. He shouldn't be anywhere near you. He shouldn't be anywhere near children. He shouldn't be near anybody. He's a creep hermit. And that's it. All right, Frenchie, man, I'm going to end this.
Okay, guys.
Take care. Good call, bud.
See you, Ben.
Hey,
Yeah.
Tommy, real quick before you ended, I know you wanted to talk about this. Don Cherry, Hall of Fame, yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Thank God you brought this up. Absolutely. Not as a coach, though, because he had like the greatest team all time, and he went, not as a coach, but as a personality and ambassador, absolutely.
Yes.
And it's the only reason he's not in is because of the controversy that'll tick off the like. You want to see a fucking heart attack of epic proportions? Go to the fucking Sporting News and watch Adam Proto have a fucking conniption fit like he did when Tim Thomas wouldn't go to see Obama, and watch Greg Wyshynski and Ryan Lampert just shit their pants.
There's a made-for-TV movie that only aired in Canada about
There's
Don
two of
Cherry.
them. I've seen them both. There's two of them, and you can watch them for free.
I wanted to. Yeah,
they're so good.
Wrap the Grapes. I'm trying to look for it.
I had it. I posted it on my. God, if you go real far back, I think on my Google Plus page, I posted it, or my tweets. It was free, and they're fantastic films. They're funny as hell. They're fantastic movies. They really get you like from the time he was a kid. You know.
Yeah.
You know, it talks about hockey in the 40s and 50s, and he retired. It's fucking great,
that's
man.
A guy, I think just interviewing him would just. I think we would have to just
talks about his kick-ass wife, who's awesome.
Corbeil says Lou's gonna have a stroke dealing with all the Toronto Maple Leafs problems.
No, he's not, Corbeil, because he's the fucking Don, and he's gonna take care of this shit. And you're gonna disappear.
Yeah, he'll send Lupul packing.
Yeah, you haven't seen anything like this before. You're dealing with an East Coast Italian prick. and he's the fucking boss. And I'm not even joking with the whole attack. No, he's the fucking boss, Corbria.
Louis Trust.
He is the fucking boss. And if you don't like it, you will be gone. It's the first thing I said in my video. Wrath of Grace. Grace has a podcast. No, he doesn't. Or maybe he did. This is nothing if that was on at the same time I was, I'd cancel the show. You got anything coming up, Jake?
Nothing really. Just the documentary. No station required. Check it out. Still filming. Just go on the page. So yeah, should be out next year.
No station required. Shot from the point.
Yeah.
Number 2 going to be featured there in that film. Talk About Us. Check it out. No station to be required. To be fucking.
No station required.
Yeah, no station required. That's why I can get away with fucking screwing up the plug. Andre Corbia, Lou doesn't like this bend. Wrong. Lou has always been in a position where he couldn't. What was the guy, McLean, the first owner?
McLean, yeah, he didn't want to pay anybody.
No, he didn't want to pay. That's not true. You give him money, he'll use it. But he doesn't. What he doesn't do is he doesn't go for the big name just to get a splash in the papers.
He did that once and it backfired.
Yeah, he brought in McGillney. Remember that?
Yeah, but that was a borrow. He just bought that in. He bought him in to get him his name on a cup.
Yeah, he got his name on a cup.
But yeah,
he didn't exactly. It's not like McGillney didn't produce for you guys though. He played quite well.
Of course he did.
Yeah. He's a big name. God, I think he could have been better too. Russians always laugh you down. No, I'm telling you. You Canadians. I'll tell you, it's like, well, I don't know if he's going to... You know where he absolutely couldn't go? Vancouver! With all those pussies! Real men can't play in Vancouver and be in charge. You got to talk about their fucking feelings. And how they missed the part in the fucking school play in 2nd grade. Vancouver. That's not Lou Lamoriello. I'm proud of him as an American. Is there ever been an American GM of the Toronto Maple Leafs? I guarantee you there hasn't. This is a big. That's the other story about this. Nobody's talking about that. It's such a big deal that Americans doing this. Jeff, what do you got as far as all the crazy stuff you're doing?
Yeah. You want to check me out? Go on YouTube, search Grand Slam 87. I'll do some video game stuff every now and again. And you want to get yourself in better shape? I can help you out with that as well. Just
show them what you look like.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Show them what you look like. Click that camera. There you are.
There
Jesus.
You go.
He looks like fucking Marky Mark in the Feel the Vibration video. Look at him.
And there you go.
Hey, you want to look like that?
Hey, if I look like Mark Wahlberg, I'm doing pretty well.
You want to go to wrestling school? God, you probably could looking like that.
He's buff Dylan Kleeball.
He really is.
I'm buff sane Dylan Kleeball.
Yeah. Matthew Kazar said, I got drafted by Vancouver in NHL 1915. That's perfect. Provided some French kid doesn't steal your ball.
Anyway, also if you go on my YouTube page, got a little link there that links to my Advocare page where you see me.
Oh shit, we didn't do anything this week. Are you off again this week too?
No.
Fuck.
I forgot to bring. Matt Kazar had me listen to he had his phone recording when he was playing street hockey with some kids, some French Canadian kids.
And yelling at him and shit.
He's just talking trash, and it is hysterical.
Kazar's always
we didn't talk about Matt at all today, and I kind of feel like he needs to get his due diligence.
He needs a new microphone.
Yes.
He needs a new microphone.
Well, Matt,
I didn't keep him off today. He kept himself off, by the way.
Yeah.
Just to make this. All right, let me fucking end this shit. You can check me out at Twitch. It's Shot from the Point Live, one word. I broadcast video games and other shit. I only do it to get fucking jump on the whole video game craze. I don't really like video games.
Reggie Penn still going. Jeff is the Gretzky of St. Louis. Oops, that wasn't great.
No, it wasn't. And Gretzky turns the puck over to Yzerman.
They're already done by then. No, well, was that Game 7? Yeah, I think it was. Well, maybe I was wrong.
Game 7, Yzerman takes a freaking clap bomb from the blue line.
Click clack. Good shot though. I don't think all blue line goals are the goalie's fault if they're hit hard enough and accurate enough. I don't know. It's always like this thing, like if you take a ball.
Oh.
I don't necessarily believe that. And there was traffic in front. It was a perfectly placed shot by Iserman. You check me at Tommy C, SFTP, Skype, Shot from the Point. Call 718-395-7660. Leave me a message. Even you too, Dave Rose. You can leave me a message like you've been leaving them all night. Not your fans, just you. Jerk off. Google Plus, I'll follow you back. And I also post the shows here.
I'm surprised he hasn't tried to get on me because of all the things I was saying.
Nah, because I'm the one that really embarrassed them. The sociopaths, they gotta have
Tommy got
revenge.
those guys brainwashed over there, I'll tell you what.
Look, he's a sociopath. He's gotta have his fucking revenge. And he sees me as his fucking nemesis, and he's not gonna stop until he feels some sort of like vindication or something like that. No, he's not gonna stop. He's been fucking eliminated. You know, and now if he wants to fucking broadcast, he's gonna have to do what me and fucking Dave did and you did. Start from the fucking bottom. And he's gonna have to make friends, but he can't make friends without telling them what to do and making everybody feel uncomfortable. So it's almost impossible.
Patrick Glynn, all red line goals are totally the goalie's fault, though.
Yeah, good point.
Anything through a 5-hole like this.
I can see. Big shout out to Andre Corbio. I'll give him a big shout out. Andre Corbio, OneWrestling.com, one of the top TNA guys in the business. He's being groomed.
Ass. All right.
Yeah, Andre Corbio. He's kind of a famous guy in the YWC, and he's being kind of like groomed by legendary wrestling reporter Bill Apner. I mean, Bill Apner was a wrestling reporter when nobody was a wrestling reporter, pre-internet, and definitely check him out. He's like first fucking class. He did some work with us on Monetize This. He's friends with Joe, and I generally like him. And he's a huge hockey fan. He's absolutely a huge hockey
These
fan.
wrestling guys are huge hockey fans.
Yeah, it's not that well, especially in Canada.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, especially Colin. He's a really good guy, and I like his show. But he's very polite. And
I think
he is
Corbio
is the stereotypical polite Canadian.
I think Chris Benoit was a Vancouver Canucks fan.
Was he?
Choked.
Oh.
Good night, folks.
Yeah, see, Corbio couldn't say that joke. You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's got to be good because he's dealing with like professionals and shit. Yeah. Yeah. I think we ought to.
He's a Oilers fan. Okay.
We gotta bag this. Oh, JohnFreemanMusic.com, John.
Ben fought a lot too.
Yeah, let me end this. This is good. I want to go play video games. Actually, I want to watch the.
Baby on the way. You're like, I'm gonna go play video games.
No, you know what I do? It's even worse and nerdier. I want to watch the Counter-Strike Championships on MLG. Well, that sent a shockwave through everything. Actually, that's how Dave Rose could ruin me. He could talk about the fact that I watch MLG.
God bless Andy.
Yeah, she's not liking this. I like MLG. Well, I don't like it because there's a lot of things I would
I
change.
just picture the background next year. Guys.
I was really into it until I got into the pro stuff until I got a divorce and it was mentioned.
This is.
I like what Advocate's done for me in the last year.
Do you?
Yeah.
No steroids?
No steroids. Yeah, I got to go in some of my most recent videos. You can find a 45-minute long video that I did with Dead on Dave, and
That's too bad because if it was steroids, if you're dealing steroids, you'd probably make a lot more money.
Hey, can I do
No,
my
it's not
impression?
steroids.
Go do your impression.
Do my impression of the show next year.
What?
Coming to you live from the heart of Europe. The show. Got a vibe. I just put down little Tommy to bed. Shh. Jeff, what do you have in news? But do it very quietly. And actually do it in a lullaby.
Here's the show with Jake next year. Jeff, the Huffman, Newsman, Bluesman, and... Oh, no, it's just Jeff. Because of your little baby. Oh, Jesus. I'm fucking done. I'm tired of this shit. I fucking hate broadcasting lately. I feel like I have to do it. It's like the worst. All right, everybody. I'm going to set up a video for Wednesday. We're going to do Mutant League Hockey if you fucking like that sort of thing. I don't. I'm above it. Take care, everybody. See you next week. Bye-bye. Boy, that didn't last. The rule.
We're on the plane, Your son is coming back. You better get married again. He's gonna wind up with somebody's cock in his mouth before he can say Jack Robinson.
I don't find the trade funny, but I do find the fact that you're crying about it funny. We have a first line crying all morning. It's been crying all all morning.
Nika's the bit of jazz. Nika's the bit of jazz. 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 The bit of jazz.